Hi y'all, this is the desk that I will be working on this week. It is a mammoth and it has a lot of damage. Look at all of that. It's been well loved. It's been also well taken care of because this is a desk that is used on a single day basis and my customer has had it for quite a long time. So we're going to redesign it. We're going to give it a new color. We're going to probably sand some of it off and leave it maybe bare. We're going to try a couple of things. But anyways, it is huge. It is almost the size of a twin size bed. I'm not exaggerating. Y'all know I'm in Texas and everything is bigger here in Texas. I did record an intro, and when I went to edit my video, I don't know what happened to that intro, so this is my intro. Anyways, I'm gonna start by using a stripper to remove the finish because it is super hard and is not sand enough. I am going to have to do 2 rounds of the stripper for sure because again, this is not coming off easily. So as you can see, here I am removing as much of this as I can. I even applied 2 different types of stripper to actually work on this. Afterwards, I continued to try to remove some of that coating off with an after wash, which actually left like a film, as you can see there. And I ended up using mineral spirits to remove that finish. After the mineral spirits, finally everything was off of the top, and all I needed to do was remove the excess and let the mineral spirits dry completely so that I could begin sanding. When using mineral spirits, make sure that you put all of the rags or the paper that you are using to wipe it off with and everything that you use for stripper also in a separate bag. Let it ventilate and dry off, and then you can put it in your trash can. You don't want it to be combustible. Here I am using a 220 sanding sheet to remove what's left of the stubborn finish. It did come off a lot easier than I anticipated also, so that means that the stripper did its work. Thank goodness, because again, that was super stubborn. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the drawers, and the drawers have the same finish. I was able to sand one, the one that you see on the right. I've already actually done the process that I'm about to begin on the other 2 drawers. I put on the stripper, left it on for about 20 minutes, washed it off, cleaned it, sanded it off to make sure that it was something that I was going to be able to use, and then I'm now using this on the other 2 drawers. The strippies remover is very good because you can wash it off with soap and water versus others that need an after wash or mineral spirits to remove or to stop the effects of the strippers. So I really like this one for that reason. It is hard to find, at least in my area, but if you can find it, it's a good tool to have in your arsenal of tools for your business because it definitely works. I'm applying it with a brush and then leaving it on for about 20 minutes, and then I'm bringing it off. As you can see, here I am right by my sink, and I am using just a regular brush, like a bristle brush, to remove the finish that are into those indentations in the drawer. The drawer had a little indentation to give it some depth. But I'm just going in there with the regular bristle brush and taking that stripper, or I'm sorry, that finish off that was left on there. For the more stubborn areas, I go in with a stainless brush. But again, it's still coming up pretty easy. Y'all, I'm super excited because next week I will be part of the Spring Fling YouTube challenge hosted by Sabs Rehabs. So make sure that you like, subscribe, share, all of those good things, because next week you're gonna be in for some fun. The videos will air on 3/26, and I am just one of many YouTubers who are participating, so stay tuned. So back to the desk, I'm still working on this drawer, and although it's not a job that we enjoy doing, it's one that we have to do, but at least it washes off with just soap, water, and a rag. That's why I really like this stripper, but I be honest, I have never used it on a big area like the desktop. I have never used it on something that big, but this is a very good stripper to use. Make sure that you have protection on your hands too, gloves. So back to the desk over here, I am now sanding off, basically just scrub sanding everything on the desk, making sure that everything is gonna be ready for my primer, and I am using a 220 sheet on my surf prep for that. For the tighter areas, then I just use a regular sheet also, but I do it by hand. This didn't have too many pieces in there where I had to do that. And then I'm using the same 220 grit on the top of the desk to make sure that there are no swirls or little squiggly little things. You know what I'm talking about, when sometimes the sander leaves little marks on there. And to make sure that I don't have any of those, I always use a damp towel or mineral spirits to verify that there are none. When you apply the mineral spirits on the area that you have sanded, you will see if there's any swirls, and you will have to sand over again. After I did all of that, I was still cleaning this big old desk. Prep is crucial, guys. If you don't prep something well, the adhesion of your paint or any product might not be as well. It will fail, and then that's going to be terrible for your job. As part of the prep, I am planning on leaving the top of this desk the bare wood that you see. I did have a problem because the drawers look different, and I'll show you that, but I am still gonna try to pull this off. I have a couple of ideas in hand, so I'm gonna go ahead and just prime this and move on with my idea and see what happens coming up. I have the primer tinted. This is regular bonding primer with a gray paint, and I had it tinted just at my local hardware. I came back the next day, and here I am applying the first coat of paint. And like I said, this desk is enormous. Anyway, here's the dilemma with the drawers. The drawers were not made with the same woods. They all look different. Each one has a different color. And I'm attempting to even them out by doing a paint wash, which is still looking like 3 different shades. So I'm not super happy with them. I'm gonna continue to do the paint wash on them and see how much of it I can add to each drawer to make it different, but I think I'm gonna have to end up painting these drawers. I'm just gonna continue with this though. This one was definitely the most stubborn of all of them. I even applied some yellow paint to it to try to make it blend in a little bit more, but still, I'm not sure. Look at the difference between them. Here's where I applied the yellow to kind of tone down the pink. I know green does a better job, but I didn't have any green with me, so this is what I tried. I sealed it, and then I applied another top of like a wash, but still they did not work. Anyways, I'm moving on from those, and I'll come back to them. Here, so then I decided, since the drawers are going to be a little bit different, I'm gonna use the same paint that I'm gonna use on the drawers and give this a light wash also, but I'm only doing 1 coat. It does have some different shades of the wood on the top. Some are pinker than others, so in those I'm gonna go in a little bit heavier, but this one came out so much better, and it was so much easy to basically even out the tones on. You can see right there where I applied a heavier coat, but it evened out beautifully. So after all of the wood paint and all of the washing and all of that, they never even out, so I decided to just go ahead and paint them. This desk is going with another piece, a huge piece that I'm doing is like an entertainment wall that is being used in an office. The desk goes right in front of it. So it's being used like a bookcase, and that bookcase has this color for the shelving and part of the paint, some of the drawers and stuff like that. I'll show you guys pictures at the end what I'm talking about. I did not record those as part of the video, but I'll show you the final pics. So everything is gonna work out in the end. And for the desk, I used 3 coats of sealer, and the client is gonna put a glass top on this, so 3 coats was more than enough for this one. A coat for the drawers as well. So let's remember how this desk looked. Old, beat up, and in need of a new redesign. And here it is. I think it looks beautiful. It came out exactly the way that I had envisioned it. My client is really happy with it. Her husband sent me a message saying he cannot believe this is his old desk. This is the back end of it. The color is absolutely beautiful, and that color is also being used in the back of the bookcases, and the color on the drawers is being used on the shelves of the bookcase that's gonna go behind it, as well as drawers. Like I said, I have those pictures coming up for you. In the end, I'm very happy with the results. The top has some of that same whitewash, and it looks very beautiful. Once the glass is put on top, it's gonna look gorgeous. Here are the beautiful bookcases. For these we went with a white, with a combination of the color on the drawers from the desk and the color of the desk in the back of it, so that everything ties together. Again, here's a still picture of the desk, the back of it, the top, and the drawers, the colors, the hardware. Here's the middle section of the bookcase, and then the bookcases that go on the sides. I could not stage it the way that it is because it's a huge piece and it's super heavy, and I am not able to stage that. Guys, I hope that you like this video. Please subscribe and don't forget to hit the notifications button, and come back next week for another redesign. Thanks, y'all. Bye.